was pretty new.
When you pull up, it's beautiful. It looks great, but
It does. They're not quite there yet.
I'm guessing it would be one of those retractable roofs, try to protect them from that heat.
That's the point, yeah. 53-yard punt, but a 41-yard return. Tack on 15 at Auburn is set up at the 26. Play action, immediate pressure, and the ball is incomplete. Booby Whitlow tried to fight back, but the Ducks, again, got in the young QB's face.
They have dialed up pressure on Bo Nix. It's been a problem for him. He's 1 of 7 tonight, facing the blitz. Again, go back to the fact that Andy Avalos studied, did a good job of preparing, understands you can take advantage of having a young quarterback there and mixing those looks up and bringing the pressure at the right time to affect his confidence.
They show pressure again. And bring it. And Nix is flush, eyes downfield, and he'll fire incomplete. Gets out of the end zone. Receiver had gone out of bounds anyway. Slade Matautia has begun to be a pass rush problem for Auburn.
Yeah, the great thing about Bo Nix is he has the athletic ability when he is blitzed not to just have to wave the white flag and give up. He's an athletic kid that can get away from the pressure. He just doesn't have a lot of options of where to go with the ball after he starts to create.
5 of 16 with those 2 interceptions. 3rd and 10. As the Tigers try to cash in the punt return and the penalty. They got pressure on him again. Nix scrambling around. Can he escape? Yes, he can. He's going to get a first down and scoop out of bounds inside the 15. That's in large part why he's got the job.
Here's Avalos showing blitz here. At the snap, they drop. They bring the pressure here, right? Let's confuse the young kid. See him drop. They bring it from the field. He steps up, and that's exactly what you were just talking about. The athletic ability to be able to keep the play alive. This time, instead of throwing it, shows he can pick up the first down with his legs.
Yeah, he got 13 on 3rd and 10. 31 seconds. They still have the timeouts. Still facing pressure. And he's going to be dropped. Sacks for the first time tonight. Sampson New got him, and that's the first time the young fellow has been sacked since his junior season in high school. Wasn't sacked all of last year.
That's what I'm saying. He's used to being in a world where he's just can do that, you know. And now you've got a guy like Sampson New. By the way, 206 pounds playing at linebacker. They said he doesn't have size, but he's got speed, and that's why he was able to bring him down.
Speed, of course, what they're recruiting hard to get, along with the big bodies in the middle. Seen improved athletic ability from this Oregon defense. It was a problem at times last year, for sure. They have stepped up tonight. When they've been backed up near their own goal line, they've forced Auburn to kick a couple of field goals. And Auburn beginning this series in the red zone, now back at the 21 with a 2nd and 18.
And Gus Malzahn is trying to talk to his offensive staff, and again, thinking about what can we do for the kid. A couple times, even on that last one, he's got to protect, got to trust his backs and his linemen. When they blitz, they're going to pick him up. You've got to believe that they're going to pick him up. Sometimes he's getting out a little bit too early instead of just kind of comfortably sitting there and evaluating the play and letting it develop. He starts to take off and scramble.
Which they're in easy field goal range. How risky will this play call be? Nick's 1 for his last 7 with that pick.
Question to me is who can win a matchup? Who can win? Oregon looks like they're playing more in zone here.
Yep. Well, now they bring pressure in lane. And the catch made, but hit behind the line and Seth Williams. The Ducks defense has been stout in their own end.
Well, they sniffed that out. Saw it completely. Lenore does a good job of feeling that play out, reading it, and realizing right away, once he sees this guy's coming downfield, the defense is taught to take off, to expect a quick throw. That's exactly what Lenore does a good job of doing that time. Play never had a chance because of the quick reaction from the Oregon defense.
Sound tackle, too.
Yeah.
So they take their final timeout, 19 seconds. And once again, we've seen really both offenses fail to cash in with scoring opportunities. Auburn was thinking 6 after the penalty tacked onto the long punt return. Will have to settle for a field goal unless they can convert this 3rd and 21. Phil Knight, of course, Nike's founder and Ducks' #1 donor. travels well. And Tim Cook is an Auburn grad, the CEO of Apple. You said they have a little friendly bet on this?
They do. They sure do.
Bottle of wine?
A little bottle of wine. Yeah, Larry Scott, Pac-12 commissioner.
Got 3 commissioners here tonight.
Rick Sankey's here.
CC, of course, in the Big 12. Commissioner also here because they're hosting this event. Bruce Pearl took the Tigers to the Final Four. See what Gus Malzahn will dial up here on 3rd and 21. They don't want to take another loss. Here comes the pressure again. Nix lost to the end zone. Jump ball. Almost intercepted again. Going up was Lenore. Trying to get the ball to the big guy Williams, but it's 4th down.
This is a good Oregon defense. I mean, we're going to look back at week 5, week 6, week 7. Look at his head. Look how you mentioned how disciplined, how fundamentally sound they look tonight. New defensive coordinator, big emphasis in the offseason of being better on this side of the ball. Love how he got his eyes turned and located the ball.
Carlson accounting for all the Tigers scoring so far. This from 42 to cut the lead to 5 before halftime. And it slides wide right. So Auburn comes up empty despite the superb field position. And Oregon, underdogs tonight, will take an 8-point lead to the break.
Big punt return. They had 7 plays and got 2 yards before that missed field goal. Missed opportunities.
Carlson is ultra reliable inside of 50 yards, a rare miss.
And we keep talking about red zone, who's going to score. I mean, it's such a big thing coming in. Auburn now 3 times inside the red zone, no points. Or no, they don't have a touchdown.
Yeah, just the 2 field goals. Interception and a missed field goal also in the red zone. Oregon, of course, had missed opportunities as well. The drop touchdown by Addison, then they missed a chip shot field goal, then the fumble by Herbert when they were threatening to really stretch the lead. So they'll take a knee. Not as productive a second quarter for the Ducks offense, but they have 203 yards in the first half. Herbert 10 of 16, 122 and a touchdown. Auburn gets the football to begin the second half. It is 14-6 Oregon. The halftime report coming up. Kevin Nagandi, Mark Sanchez, and Jonathan Milva coming up right after these messages.
Volkswagen is supporting America's teachers. Visit your VW dealer to learn how you can join in. Hurry in during the Volkswagen Drive Bigger event and lease a fun-to-drive 2019 Jetta S for just $159 a month.
I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, no, never.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go.
With AI, we can protect what we can't see.
To protect snow leopards, you need to know where they are. Microsoft AI scans thousands of camera trap images and separates snow leopards from everything else, so we can save this threatened species.
College game day and the Home Depot are a tradition, but we've never had our own fight song until now.
On game day, smart is how we play. On game day.
We fire up the grill all day.
On game day. Don't say when. Do say when. On game day.
Built by the Home Depot.
It's a hit.
The Home Depot. More safe, more doing. At T-Mobile, what can you get when you buy a Samsung Galaxy Note 10? You get unlimited data while on a network that goes further than ever before. Use as much as you want when you want. A Netflix subscription on us. Stream all your favorite movies and shows. And for a limited time, buy any Samsung Galaxy Note 10 and get one Samsung Galaxy Note 10 for free. That's right, get one Samsung Galaxy Note 10 for free.
Welcome to the Dish Halftime Report.
Action going on right now. Number 3, Georgia opening things up against Vanderbilt. First quarter on the road. Jake Fromm lost his top 6 wide receivers, finds Demetrius Robertson, JV.
I love that Jake Fromm is still on target, on point. I love his accuracy from last year, and it's only getting better. And we watch James Cook here running it in for 18 yards for the touchdown.
DeAndre Swift, 74 yards. So many options in the backfield. Brian Herrien going in, and right now it's Georgia at the break, up 21-6 on the road. Meanwhile, Washington hosting Eastern Washington. The debut of a Georgia transfer, Jacob Eason, and Mark, he looked fantastic and comfortable in that pocket.
Some great throws down the field. I was a little skeptical about this kid. He took a while to close the door on that quarterback competition, but he put my mind at ease right here. My worries at ease, and he's getting major help from his wideouts.
Aaron Fuller, give me that. That is mine. That's how you make the highlight reels. 21-0 Huskies. And in this game, Eason, 349, 4 touchdowns, 27 of 36 efficient. They win 47-14. Welcome to the studio. Kevin Nagani alongside Jonathan Belma and our new teammate, Mark Sanchez. All right, we're watching the biggest game so far in prime time. How about our biggest upset of the day? Coming in, Tennessee a 25-point favorite in the matchup at home against Georgia State and JV. What happened in this game? Volunteers up 14-7 after Ty Chandler goes to the house 31 yards, but the Panthers would not be denied in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they let Georgia State hang around, and Georgia State had talent on their skill positions. They were able to run the ball. They were able to score the ball. And when you do that, this is what happens. You watch Ellington make moves on supposedly top talent defenders in the SEC, score a touchdown, and seal the victory.
1983, the last time Tennessee lost a home season opener. Again, 25-point favorites. Georgia State coach Sean Elliott, soak it up. He deserves it. The Panthers, a year ago, they won 2 games. They win 38-30. Meanwhile, number 2 Alabama taking on Duke in Atlanta. And Mark, slow start here in the beginning for the Tide. Scoreless in the second quarter. Then Tua gets on track.
Sarkisian got this offense rolling. It didn't start out of the gate the way I would have liked to see it. Duke gave him some fits up front with some blitzes and stunts that confused their offensive line and put pressure on Tua, but then Sark got him rolling, man. Look at Tua on the move here, some play action stuff, some nakeds. Great job overall, and it's the normal Alabama Tide.
42-3. Nick Saban, 83 straight wins against unranked opponents. Meanwhile, LSU right now in action, number 6 in the land, taking on Georgia Southern. Joe Burrow's having a fantastic first half, JV.
Well, LSU said they're going to open up the offense all offseason, and we're watching it right now. Joe Burrow showing why he could be a top flight quarterback. Very accurate, very comfortable in the pocket. Of course, we know that LSU's defense, they're going to be phenomenal with all the athletes that they have right now. So if that offense can take it like they've been doing and score, LSU could be a playoff contender.
Don't want to show too much because you got Texas next week. Right now up 45-3. Burrow, fantastic. Speaking of Texas, again, that game LSU-Texas in prime time. The Longhorns and Sam Ehlinger taking on Louisiana Tech. What makes Ehlinger so special in your mind, Mark?
Oh, I love the way he can run the ball. I love the way he can throw on the move. And everything goes through that kid with this offense. Any chance they have, I was just worried about this being a trap game for them, them maybe looking ahead to the real LSU team. They're going to play the Louisiana State team. But, man, they sure handled business here, and he was awfully accurate today.
To Brennan Eagles right there. And right now, Texas is up 24-0. And Ehlinger, 3 touchdowns in the first half.
I can't wait until next week.
Yeah, I can't wait either.
Big one.
Well, Michigan opening up against Middle Tennessee. And how about that? Seeing that man smile with the glasses, Matt Millen, former colleague, back in the booth after his heart transplant. So good to see he's healthy. The Wolverines, new offense, Josh Gaddis, Shea Patterson, play action to Tariq Black right there. Michigan up 10-7. Patterson again connecting.
I like this call right here to Nico Collins, 28 yards for a touchdown on target. And, it's been a theme. Watching the quarterbacks really anticipate the throws as opposed to waiting until these receivers are open. Throw them open. Put it on the money to get them there. So far, Michigan's looking good.
All right, 27-14. Patterson, 3 touchdowns in the first half. C.J. Verdell, JV called it. He was a big fan of the backfield.
Run the ball, baby. Run the ball.
It could be larger. Auburn lucky to be in this game. Second half coming up.
This halftime report is brought to you by Dish.
This is our stage. The UFC on ESPN Plus.
Ready to upgrade your appliances? Today is the day for doing. The Home Depot makes it easy to save now, compare options, and fuel your team for less. Shop hundreds of special buys, like $1,900 off this LG kitchen package. The Home Depot. More saving, more doing.
One night a week, one place to watch. Mets, Phillies, Sunday Night Baseball, tomorrow on ESPN. UFC 242. Buy it on ESPNplus.com/PPV. UFC 242. Buy it on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
On game day, they are your Hoosiers. Welcome back to the Dish Halftime Report.
JV, Mark, and Kevin back with you. Stanford hosting Northwestern, a battle of GPAs, ACTs, SATs. KJ Costello, play action, touchdown. Stanford up 7-0. But scary moment here, Mark. Costello scrambling. You're going to see Ernest Brown, the fourth level, and it looks like he's trying to pull up. Doesn't hit him with the helmet, but the forearm.
Yeah, he really tagged him right there. I don't think he did it maliciously. I think he was just trying to fall on top of him, and unfortunately, KJ took a tough blow right there.
Unfortunately for many, Northwestern down by 3. They were 6.5-point dogs, and then it's just a bad beat. No safety, a touchdown. Stanford on the winning side twice. 17-7.
Oh,
Penn State, number 15 in the land, hosting Idaho. And okay, no Trace McSorley. They got Sean Clifford, and he finds KJ Hamler a couple times, JV.
Yes, he did. And those skill position players for Penn State are explosive. They're very athletic. We're watching Devin Ford here, about to take it 81 yards for a touchdown. And look, I get that it's Idaho, but Penn State, look out for them in the Big Ten. They can compete.
Nearly 700 yards of total offense, most points since 1991 for Penn State, 79-7, the final. What's your biggest takeaway, JV, so far in week 1?
You know, the offenses are too good. Defenses now, they have to be more aggressive. They have to create takeaways because sitting back and just playing good defense and getting 3 and outs is not going to cut it.
Mr. Quarterback, what did you see?
I'm going with Jacob Eason. He had an electrifying debut today. Really loved his accuracy. They're going to need him to play really well this year, especially in that Pac-12 North. Those teams might cannibalize each other. I'm talking about Stanford. I'm talking about Oregon, who we're watching right now. Those 3, he's got to play well to beat those other teams. And with KJ Costello out, that might eliminate Stanford.
All right, now let's go to Oregon and what we're seeing so far.
Yes.
You predicted this. You thought you were comfortable with Oregon's offensive line.
Yes.
But Auburn is still in this game, only down by 8, despite all the mistakes we've seen from their offense and Bo Nix.
Yeah, the positives for Oregon is that they can run the ball and they can keep up with Auburn's defense and that defensive line. The negatives is that they should be up more, kicking themselves for some costly turnovers if they don't figure out how to put points on the board and get Auburn out of it. Don't let them stay around. It's going to be a tough second half.
Okay, Mark, what's your adjustment here as a quarterback? Bo Nix, after that first experience, what must you do in the second half?
Once again, get him some easy completions, get his confidence back, get him rolling, get him stack up completions a couple in a row, and he's got to take care of the football. I don't care what happens. Some of this, they had some spacing issues, with the wide receivers. Some guys are standing right next to each other, and he's kind of throwing the ball in between 2 guys. I don't want to see that this half. Put him in good positions, Gus.
Game's a little fast for the true freshman, right? All right, speaking about a guy that dealt with it being a little too fast a year ago, Justin Fields looking fantastic. We name our primetime performers from week 1, including
Back
a
in the
familiar name, back in the winning column.
This halftime report is brought to you by Dish. Tuned into you.
stood outside assessing the situation. I knew it could be rough in there, but how rough, there was no way to know for sure.
Guys?
Daddy, it's pink!
But hey, a new house, it's a blank canvas, and we got a great one, thanks to a really low mortgage rate from Navy Federal Credit Union.
Pink?
So she's a princess. You got a problem with that?
Hoorah! Hoorah! Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
With AI, we can protect what we can't see.
The presence of snow leopards indicate the health of these mountains. Microsoft AI helped our small team to find and study these elusive animals so we can understand this ecosystem.
This is our stage. The UFC on ESPN+.
UFC 242. Buy it on ESPNplus.com/PPV. Mets, Phillies, Sunday Night Baseball, tomorrow on ESPN. UFC 242. Buy it on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
This is our stage. The UFC on ESPN+.
Time for our prime time performers. JV, go.
I'm going with Justin Fields, Ohio State, making his debut. Everyone wondered, is he the man? The answer, yes, he's the man. Responsible for 5 touchdowns, did it with his legs, did it with his arms, throwing dimes, and the best is yet to come from that man. He is a tremendous talent. Ohio State is happy to have him right now.
Big showdown next week against Cincinnati on ABC noon. Picking Columbus. Mark, who you got?
Take me to Tallahassee, but I'm not talking about the Seminoles. I'm talking about the freshman quarterback making his debut for Boise State, Hank Bachmeier, 400 passing yards, throws a touchdown in this game, brings them back from an 18-point deficit, sacked 6 times today. Hangs tough and leads them on the comeback charge.
True freshman making his debut on the road in Tallahassee, over 400 yards, chucked the ball around 51 times. Big win for Boise State. My primetime performer used to be on this set. Look at this guy celebrating the return of the Mac.
Oh, it looks like the Macarena. Go Mac.
Goodness, he had knee surgery this summer. Hall of Famer Mac Brown back at North Carolina to revive a program that won 2 games a year ago. The Tar Heels pull off a second-half comeback against South Carolina, scoring the final 15 points with a true freshman quarterback. 24-20 the final. Congrats to Mac. Second half next after this, and a word from your ABC station.
This football season, sharing a Coke at McDonald's just got even more rewarding.
Love the dogs. Great pick.
Just grab a Coke, scan the cup in the McDonald's app, and you're entered for a chance to win cash prizes and football gear.
After 15 years of smoking, Eva Marie quit. There's a new lung cancer screening that could save her life. You stopped smoking. Now start screening. Learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Geico makes it easy to get help when I need it. With licensed agents available 24/7, it's not just easy. It's having Jerome Bettis on your flag football team easy. Go get him, Bus!
Geico. Licensed agents available 24/7.
Are you ready for some football? Are you ready for Monday nights to be as exciting as Saturday nights and to leave a cousin's wedding early for Wild Card Weekend? Are you ready to destroy Daryl forever?
Aaron Rodgers.
Well, these 6 planes are ready. This grandpa's ready. Mahomes is ready.
Mahomes is ready.
I just said that. The fans are ready. The teams are ready. Are you ready?
Tonight in Texas, Week 1's Showcase Showdown.
Tigers and the Ducks. It's going down 50-yard
Pretty wild first half. We'll come back. Saturday Night Football on ABC. Presented by Wells Fargo. Here in Arlington, Bo Nix makes his college debut in the true freshman. A couple of interceptions. He flashed the athletic ability, and now they'll get the football back. Kirk behind by 8. Interesting to see how Malzahn, who's calling the plays tonight, remember, manages his offense. They have not been able to run it that well.
He told us Week 1 is about in-game adjustments. You think you might know what they are possibly capable of doing, and then they do it for half, and now you go back to the drawing board and you see how you can put your young quarterback in a position to have success. And, you know, he's had some moments where he's played well, his creativity. They just have to find ways, I think, to really get his tempo going. When Gus Malzahn has this offense going, it's when usually it's tempo involved and a running quarterback involved.
Noggin is going to leave it right there. Take a look at the Pacific Life game summary. And Justin Herbert comes in wanting to launch the kind of season that he hopes to be special after all the ups and downs. And he was 10 of 16, efficient throwing the ball. He had the touchdown pass here. Did have the fumble late in the half, though.
I thought the way that Oregon came out early, they came in prepared and they knew how they wanted to try to attack Auburn. The other thing that we really didn't talk about much this week was the other side of the ball, the Oregon defense and how they were going to try to attack a true freshman quarterback. Give the first half to Andy Avalos, the new defensive coordinator coming over from Boise State. A lot of credit for the plan, at least for the first 30 minutes.
Sugar hurdle by the Tigers to start the second half. Let's see how much tempo they'll run. After Nix was able to settle in for a half and a whistle before the first snap of the half.
Delay of game.
Ouch.
Offense. 5-yard penalty.
Oh boy.
It's first down.
Try to get cute with that huddle close to the line and trick the Ducks defense.
Well, again, it's Week 1. We saw it a lot in Week 0, you and I, with Miami.
Oh, yes, we did.
And even Week 1, we've had games on since Thursday night, and that's part of the things that coaches stay up at night late trying to figure out how to avoid in Week 1. The mental errors are what drive you crazy. It's not how they ideally want to start this second half getting the ball.
Behind the sticks, Shivers is behind the quarterback. He's got the football running to the right. Ducks string it out, jam it up for no gain. Maria?
Well,
Chris, Gus Malzahn told his team at halftime that that's the worst that they could possibly play in all three phases of the game. Now, as freshman quarterback, he told him to settle down and that the way that he plans on helping him is to establish the run early. He said Bo is still going to make big plays, so he just needs him to settle down and focus on making those when they come up.
And Maria, I think part of establishing the run includes the quarterback, the zone read, the quarterback power. Running that quarterback, I think, can really get them going.
Malzahn gives him an F in all three phases in the first half. Ubi, nowhere to go. Trying that right side, and the Ducks, I don't know if they've caught Auburn off guard. They are stout up front. They're not easy to move at all.
Well, Faliu, 99, is having an incredible game for Oregon. Big defensive lineman, 6'3", 295 pounds here on this third down and long. Will check out. But he has had his way disrupting this Auburn offense and trying to be able to get penetration. At 295, he's able to do that.
Nix 2 for his last 9. The completions were for negative yardage at the end of the half. This is a straight run. Looks up the field, and he just got tripped up as he was escaping the pocket. He'll get back near the original line of scrimmage, but it's a 3 and out. Lamar Winston made the tackle.
For me, I'm watching this game for a half in another series. I don't think Oregon's secondary and Andy Avalos fears the passing game right now. I just think that they're thinking, you know what? Let's make Bo Nix beat us throwing the football. And if he can do it as a freshman, so be it. We're taking everybody and we're coming downhill and we're taking this running game away and let's make Nix beat us. There's Andy Avalos right there.
Hollander had the electric tightrope return down the far sideline in the first half, which eventually didn't produce points with the turnover. He's back at his own 30. Man from Melbourne, Sippos boots it away. It's a nice one. Going to drive it back to the 26. Tigers coverage team lets him escape again. Javon Holland, another nice return. He's out near midfield, and that's not going to make Malzahn feel any better about the special team.
Yeah, a couple of the gunners just ran right by him. Let's go back to Justin Herbert. Remember we talked about pressure versus no pressure. Here early in this game, he's able to hit an over route to Johnny Johnson to set up the early touchdown for Oregon. And here one of the few times that he held onto the ball and Kevin Steele's defense actually got to him. So there haven't been many moments where he had just thrown the ball out quickly. You can see just 2 passes where he's felt pressure and the 14 passes where he's not had that pressure. One of the things I would put an asterisk next to is Oregon's done a good job of not holding onto the ball too long with Herbert to get the ball out quickly.
21-yard return by Holland was having a night. He also has a pick at safety. Sets up Herbert, who takes a downfield shot. But breaking off the route there was the freshman Delgado.
Just looks like a miscommunication there. I'm not real sure the freshman Delgado even saw the ball. Usually when you got a fourth-year senior quarterback who started for 4 years and a true freshman playing his first game, and there's a miscommunication, from up here you tend to go with the quarterback.
Well, you always do anyway.
Yeah.
Herbert rolling, looking across, and delivers a dart, and it's a diving catch for a first down by Johnny Johnson. Has been dangerous tonight.
This gives you an idea of the arm strength. We talked about how physically is 6'6", 237. Watch this. Gets his body turned right at the last second, and on the run, able to throw that football on a line about 35 yards, and he throws it exactly where Johnny Johnson can make a play on it, not the defender.
And now out of the backfield, Burdell in a misdirection. A hard hit. He gets just a yard. Roger McCrary, one of his backup safeties, who's a big dude, laid the lumber there.
Also, the guy that was about to lay the lumber was Marlon Davidson. Out back him. Big defensive end, 200, about 80 pounds. Burdell going out, looked like maybe with a stinger on his left shoulder. Watch Davidson. It's a big defensive end. Chasing a really fast running back. Almost is able to catch up to him.
We can see that he's not limping. He was hampered in the first half. Play action, a low throw. Freeland makes the catch. He's muscled out of bounds short of the marker. It'll be 3rd down and 4. Capo on the tackle.
Burdell, such a big part of this offense. You can see that left arm up to the shoulder.
Remember, it's an offense that's already without 4 of 5 receivers. Juwan Johnson, the Penn State grad transfer, was a late scratch tonight. On the run, again, far side, delivers a strike. And it's Spencer Webb, big fella who went up and got a touchdown in the first half. He's got a first down.
He's starting to settle in as a young guy. Really well-designed play, very simple concept. Little cross route where you had man-to-man, and you use that outside receiver almost as just a screen or cut off of him, and there's soft coverage, not able to take him.
Wiskirk, another back, is down. Just a play after C.J. Verdell goes out of the game. Travis Dye is having his leg looked at.
Looks like a cramp on the right calf.
It's indoors, which does sometimes lead to cramping. Opening game. Prepare for it, train for it, run all those sprints, and then you hydrate for the last 48 hours. But I think we'll see some cramping in the second half, which is inevitable. It's a beautiful stadium. Not a sellout, but although we were told Auburn got a lot more tickets to the game than Oregon did, and Ducks fans are pretty well represented here.
Good job traveling.
Goodyear blimp zooming overhead, providing our aerial coverage. The best part of every kickoff is the drive that comes next. Go further with Goodyear, more driven. So it's a first down at the 22-yard line as he continues to try to work out Dye's right calf.
You know, Herbert started the game 8 of 11 in the first half, and then slowed in the second half. Didn't have as much success.
Second quarter.
Yeah, in the second quarter, just 2 of 5. And I thought part of the reason was the adjustments that we saw from Kevin Steele in the defense. He got burnt early in the game by having cushions, big soft cushion with his defensive backs, and Herbert was just getting the ball out quick, just saying, "You're going to give me that? I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it." And then Kevin Steele brought him up tighter, started to take that away, and that's where I think where Herbert started to struggle.
Kevin Steele, a crafty one. Mario Cristobal's offensive line goes up against Steele's defensive front.
The job Steele's done in the 3 years, it's good to see Dye. Like I said, I think he had a cramp. 3 years that he's been there. In 16, he gave up 17 a game. 2 years ago, 18 a game. Last year, 19 a game. Think of that era of spread and tempo. It's pretty good.
Yeah, the year before he got there, Auburn was giving up 26 a game. That was 54th in the country. So now, with Dye off the field, you see Verdell's shoulder being treated. You see what we're talking about here, improvement in the Tigers' defense. But they've had their hands full tonight, head spinning at times. The first down, and Darren Felix, the sophomore, number 22, is in the backfield. He's got the football. He may need to step up if the top 2 guys can't come back. He's 2nd and 9. Felix from Fort Myers, Florida. Ducks true freshman recruiting class, one of the top 10 of the country. Cristobal backing it up. The early returns for the 2020 recruiting class, very highly ranked as well. They sort of put a roster together in Eugene. Herbert steps up, had to work hard to hold on to the football as big Derek Brown makes one of his impact plays.
He ended up making it, but not after a pretty good job of pass protection by Dallas Warmack, who was working on him one-on-one. He did a nice job for plenty of time. It was just coverage downfield. Maybe the second or third time we've seen Herbert hold on to the ball, and the defensive line, the beneficiary, of just good coverage downfield.
See if Steele gets exotic here on 3rd and 8.
On the last 3rd down, there was a cushion. This time, see if they're a little tighter this time in coverage.
Got an inexperienced back in there. He steps up. Herbert delivers into traffic, and the catch is made by Johnson for a 1st and goal. You've seen the arm strength. How about the accuracy?
Yeah, nice job of having patience, like you said. Look at this move right here. Boy, that's just an understanding between a quarterback and a wide receiver. It's like like playing basketball. He's just going to work. It's like an option route. Let me work off the defender. You throw it away from him. They're on the same page, in sync. 1st down on 3rd down.
Johnson's been the top guy tonight. Targeted 5 times, made 5 catches. Felix tries to bounce it, get the end zone, and he does! And the Ducks stretch the lead as the 3rd team tailback makes a touchdown. First of his career.
I'm surprised they lost the edge. Watch the corner, go inside, receiver doesn't block him, but he follows him in man coverage and doesn't get back outside. A little hesitation move by Felix, I think, slowed down McQuarrie, the corner, and then he had the speed to go around him, but they lost the edge of the defense.
Change in kicker now. Adam Stack, the junior from Honolulu, who did not start. Hampton Lewis missed the chip shot. Now the veteran knocks the PAT, and Oregon is up 21-6.
This football season, sharing a Coke at McDonald's just got even more rewarding.
Love the dogs. Great pick.
Just grab a Coke, scan the cup in the McDonald's app, and you're entered for a chance to win cash prizes and football gear.
In 1979, Jiffy Lube changed everything. And we're continuing to change. With Jiffy Lube Multi-Care, you can get services on oil changes, brakes, batteries, spark plugs, and more. You can do more in a jiffy.
I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, no, never.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go.
Using Head and Shoulders every day. It's like great offense for my hair.
No. It's great defense against flakes.
Offense.
Defense.
Offense.
Defense.
Offense.
Defense.
Defense. Offense for great hair.
Defense against flakes.
This is a Surface Laptop 2, and this is a real person named Mackenzie Book.
Hi, I'm MacBook.
So Mac, which laptop lasts longer?
Surface laptop lasts longer.
Interesting. And which one's faster?
This one's faster.
Really? Amazing. Which one has a better touchscreen?
The Surface has better touchscreen because it actually has a touchscreen.
Oh, right. Macs don't have touchscreens.
You should get a Surface. Trust me, I'm MacBook.
Well, there you have it. MacBook says get a Surface.
I've got to tell you something important. It's not going to be easy.
UFC 242. Buy it on ESPNplus.com/PPV. UFC 242. Buy it on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
This is our stage. The UFC on ESPN Plus.
We'll take this whole big circus to Louisville. See the Fighting Irish and the Cardinals over on ESPN Labor Day night. Showcase game for Brian Kelly's preseason top 10 team at 8 o'clock Eastern time. Well, Oregon gets a 3 and out on defense, another nice punt return, and a 53-yard, 9-play touchdown drive. Touchdown run around the edge by Darren Felix, and now Bo Nix in this offense finds himself in a hole, Kirk, and a lot more urgency than there was even a few minutes ago.
It's a big series coming up for Bo Nix.
Lewis did not kick PAT, but he's back to kickoff duties, and it's another deep drive. Well, you knew there was going to be some bumps. This is a tough defense to debut against.
It really is. They've done a good job of their creativity, mixing up different looks. And Bo Nix, I think, at times has had to feel like he's had to try to make things happen. And that's exactly what Oregon wants. They want to confuse his eyes, make him want to get out of the pocket before maybe he even needs to feel that pressure. But there has been a lot of pressure. And I think one of the things that Gus Malzahn said, we need to be good around him. Well, I think right now the skill at receiver and running back needs to step their game up. We can't just put it all on a true freshman making his first start. Who's going to help? Big series.
On action in front, there's just nothing there. And as you said, they don't seem to be respecting the downfield passing. It's crowded at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, here's a look at some of the true freshmen we've seen. Hey, Bachmeier, I am a huge fan of that young man at Boise State. Jaden Daniels at Arizona State had a great start with a win. How about Sam Howell, the win that they had in Charlotte today? He's a true freshman. True freshman. Now, here's a look at him. These guys enroll early, so they go through spring ball. It's a different game today than
sensation. This is Cam Martin back in his home state. Comes from Port Arthur. Plowing straight ahead. It's going to set up third down. Boobie Whitlow has been contained. He's got just 32 yards on his 10 rushes.
Cam Martin trying to see what he can do right now.
Stove in motion. Martin has the handoff, and he is hammered. Good right at the marker. Looks like it could be a first down. Down at the 35. He'll move the sticks.
He comes in with some fresh legs. Does a good job with that leg drive to be able to pick up the first down. It's his third carry of the night. Like I said, he comes in with some power and some fresh legs. This is what Bo Nix is looking at, is looking over at Gus Malzahn to get a feel for a pretty complex offensive scheme. We can improve the tempo into it. And watch how quickly, Chris, Gus Malzahn works with Bo Nix. Bo Nix already looking. He's already communicating. He's getting formation, personnel groups. And when Auburn is really going, they have tempo as an ally, as a friend. And they've not been able to really get that.
2nd and 10. Off the left side. Nothing doing. Flying in is Holland, who's having a monster game.
Like I said, I mean, you're looking, Gus Malzahn trying to call plays, and this defense doesn't fear the passing game. Not just Bo Nix. They don't fear these receivers. They are so good at corner. Right now, they're going to say, until you make us pay for it, we're going to attack this running game and this freshman quarterback until you make us get out of it. Till then, good luck.
2-by-2 look on 3rd and 9. Ducks don't bring the blitz. Nix has time and delivers a long throw, incomplete. Auburn bench crying for a flag on Graham. Eli Stove, the receiver, but here comes the punt team again.
Ball hit the ground by the time there was contact there by Graham. Good no call. And how about that throw, by the way, on 3rd down and long for a young freshman? Left hash, throwing that all the way to the right sideline on 3rd down. So even when he has time to make a throw, they're making him make the tough throw on 3rd down.
Sequoias may consider punting this one in the seats. They have not been able to get down and cover Jamon Holland, who's back deep. 2 huge returns. So another punt that's going to be returnable. He's going to make a last-second fair catch, and he got bumped after the fair catch. No flag. And the Ducks back to work from their 20 midway 3rd quarter.
The college football playoff lives on ESPN.
This football season, sharing a Coke at McDonald's just got even more rewarding.
Love the dogs. Great pick.
Just grab a Coke, scan the cup in the McDonald's app, and you're entered for a chance to win cash prizes and football gear.
Or lines of unlimited data for $100 a month.
Whoop! That makes 10 million and 1 smiles on cricket.
There's 4 of us, so.
10 million and 5.
4.
Point is, you got a deal. Join over 10 million customers smiling on cricket.
And Doug.
Hour 36 of the stakeout. As soon as the homeowners arrive, we'll inform them that Liberty Mutual customizes home insurance, so they'll only pay for what they need. Your turn to keep watch, Lehman. Wake me up if you see anything. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
There's a company that's talked to even more real people than me. JD Power, 448,134 to be exact. They answered 410 questions in 8 categories about vehicle quality. And when they were done, Chevy earned more JD Power quality awards across cars, trucks, and SUVs than any other brand over the last 4 years. So on behalf of Chevrolet, I want to say thank you, real people. We're going to need a bigger round.
This is a Surface Laptop 2, and this is a real person named Mackenzie Book.
Hi, I'm MacBook.
So Mac, which laptop lasts longer?
Surface laptop lasts longer.
Interesting. And which one's faster?
This one's faster.
Really? Amazing. Which one has a better touchscreen?
The Surface has better touchscreen.
Because it actually has a touch screen.
Oh, right. Macs don't have touchscreens.
You should get a Surface. Trust me, I'm MacBook.
Well, there you have it. MacBook says get a Surface.
Saturday Night Football, presented by Wells Fargo on ABC, is brought to you by Audi and American Express. Don't do business without it. Don't live life without it.
It's supposed to be a shootout. Remember, two high-scoring offenses. Touchdowns were hard to come by in that championship game. Bo Nix actually watched that game as Cam Newton and the Tigers took down the Ducks. Now he is the man trying to lead Auburn to a comeback. But first, this defense has to get a stop getting the football back. Growing up around this program, and his dad, quarterback in the 90s, his high school coach, Herbert Fuss, and throws the ball away. It is finally ruled incomplete. There was no whistle for a while. Britt and McLean pressured him.
Yeah, they came from the left out here, kind of a little bit of a delay. They both come right from behind each other. Actually, Britt comes in from the middle. He's the one that's able to get around the back.
We're talking about whether it's going to be intentional grounding.
Exactly right. It's contact. I couldn't tell.
That flag's down.
The quarterback, while in the pocket and under duress,
get
threw the ball where there was no receiver. Therefore, intentional grounding. Offense number 10. Busts him down at the spot of the foul. It's second down.
I think 33 sort of feels that he was right there. Chris, you go ahead with Cyrus.
Licchio?
Yeah. He felt that he was there. I mean, Herbert's just trying to get rid of the ball, but he is pretty close.
But they thrown it a little bit at his feet.
Right.
So second.
I think it was the desperation of it maybe that got the attention of the official.
Licchio is still in the game, and he's got the football. He's more of a power back than a speed back. He's able to get back about 4 yards.
Yeah, very, very long. Licchio, a different kind of back than Dye and Verdell.
Again, it's KJ Britt, one of those new linebackers who's played well tonight.
Yeah, he's got great speed. I think Oregon has to be careful with their play calling. Backed up deep in their own territory, third down and long. Third 16, up 21-6. 6 minutes to go in the third.
Yeah, Tigers are thinking takeaway right here. They rush 4. Herbert has time, steps up, pump fakes, long way to go to the marker, and he'll be dropped down way short by Britt, and they'll punt from the 21. So the intentional grounding penalty really stalls the drive before it gets going.
He started the pump fake to Johnny Johnson on a crossing route. He actually, if he threw it, he had it for a first down, but the defense did a good job of forcing him out of the pocket.
Mahomes punted well tonight. All 3 have gone for 50+. The Tigers have not really come after him. They've been a very good punt block team over the years. Blocked 3 last year. And they peel back. And it's a low boot. Tuck on the sidelines. They'll be knocked out. Auburn will get nice field position by a 31 in the third quarter. The lead for Oregon is still 15.
This football season, sharing a Coke at McDonald's just got even more rewarding.
Love the dogs. Great pick.
Just grab a Coke, scan the cup in the McDonald's app, and you're entered for a chance to win cash prizes and football gear.
I've got to tell you something important. It's not going to be easy. Quicksilver earns you unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase everywhere. Actually, that's super easy. My bad.
One night a week, one place to watch. Mets, Phillies, Sunday Night Baseball, tomorrow on ESPN.
Heading to Toyota's National Clearance Event.
We got great deals for all our friends.
Better get here before the end of the song.
The last of the 2019s won't last long.
$750 bonus cash on new 4Runners and Tacomas ends September 3rd. One last chance to get $1,250 total cash back on the legendary 4Runner or $1,750 back on the rugged Tacoma. Don't miss it.
Save on the last of the 2019s.
Toyota. Let's go places.
This is our stage. The UFC on ESPN Plus.
Mets, Phillies, Sunday Night Baseball, tomorrow on ESPN. UFC 242, buy it on ESPNplus.com/PPV. UFC 242, buy it on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
This is our stage. The UFC on ESPN Plus.
Here's the harbor everybody wants. Playoff championship trophy presented by Dr. Pepper. Pac-12, by the way, it's a 15-year drought of national championships. That's the longest of any Power 5 conference. They have just the one playoff win. That was, of course, by the Ducks, the first they ever played against Florida State. Folks who won the trophy a year ago and 2 of the last 3 years, the Clemson Tigers against Texas A&M. And in prime time on ABC, LSU and Texas in Austin. Maybe Professor Matthew McConaughey will pay a visit to you guys down there. He's teaching a class.
I saw.
All right, a little more urgency with every possession for Auburn. Once again, the Ducks are just crowding the line. I mean, it is just going to be difficult to do anything unless they can stretch the field, Kirk.
Yeah, and one thing Gus Malzahn is doing a very good job of is he's got a true freshman quarterback, and he's doing a good job of teaching, just getting him on the sideline. Every series is a teachable moment within this offense and the defense that he's seeing, and I think Gus showing very good patience.
Second down carry for Whitlow, who is very patient himself and makes something out of nothing. It's a first down in Oregon territory.
Boy, what an effort here. He was actually down, and he just did not stop. Watch this. I mean, he runs this off to the right. Looks like he's down right there. Instead, kind of pushes off, looks back to the left, finds a little bit of a crease, and all of that is able to get the first down.
Booby's the guy that scored the game-winning touchdown in the last 7 minutes of last year's opener against Washington. Now around the edge, Stowe has a blocker in the clear. Eli Stowe down the sideline, a sprint that he's knocked out inside the 10. And the Tigers are threatening again.
See, there's Auburn. First down, sugar huddle, get the ball in the perimeter with a jet sweep. Got a couple linemen around there to be able to pick up a nice block. Nye, the big tight end at 270 pounds. Good job of leading it and getting the ball on the perimeter, on the edge. There it is again.
Confusion on the edge. Ducks. And it's a touchdown to Stowe. They were not lined up, and they were not ready. And Auburn finally finds the end zone.
Chris, you're dead on. There's guys running on the field. There's guys running off the field. The tempo finally caught them. We keep waiting for when was it going to come, and they put together a drive where they get that typical Gus Malzahn offense rolling, and Oregon, for the first time all night, had their heads spinning a little bit and sitting back on their heels.
And Nix with the first touchdown pass of his career. 58-yard drive in 4 plays. Desperately needed, and they did it quickly to cut the lead. It's now 8.
Look at the chaos here. You've got Auburn lining up. They're ready to go. Look at Dye running off. Look, they don't see the receiver. He's up here by himself. And then late, you see a late adjustment by Thomas Graham, who finally looked out there and saw him. And how about the awareness by Bo Nix? He just aborted the play, threw it out there. Great heads-up play by the freshman quarterback to quickly get the ball snapped and throw it to give Stowe a chance to make a play on the football.
Graham is usually a very short tackler, but
they feel they're never really out of a game. 4 plays, 58 yards, 1 minute and 11 seconds off the clock, and got it to 21-13.
That was Eli Stove's drive, the 36-yard run, then his first career touchdown reception. He made some impact plays in 2017 and again ripped up his knee and ACL last spring. So that is sweet for him to finally work his way back. Those long days in rehab. You can have The lead is 8. Back after this message and a word from your local ABC station.
If you believe in breaking the traditional mold, why suffer from a blade made with tech that's old? Ditch the blade. Protect your skin with Comfort Glide rings. New Philips Norelco S6000. There's always a way to make life better. Philips Norelco.
Your girls have been with you through every moment of your life. And they're still with you right now. But how well do you know them?
You don't know what.
You know what today is? Today is somebody's first day of work. There'll be nothing perfect about it. Because nothing's given, except maybe a nickname like Waterboy or Broken Windshield Guy. Out here, you gotta earn it. The same way this Carhartt jacket has to earn the right to be on your back. Just don't forget the tag, rookie. Carhartt, we've got your back 24/7.
I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, no, never.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go.
Share a Coke at McDonald's. Scan the cup and you're entered for a chance to win cash prizes and football gear.
UFC 242. Buy it on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
This is our stage.
Auburn trying to extend the drive with a 3rd and 2. Ducks up by 8. It's an enormous fourth quarter for both teams. I think particularly, though, for Oregon. And we'll talk about that as their defense tries to get a stop. Whitlow is the back. They fake it to him on the end around. Ducks are running for the jet sweep that time. And it's a tackle for loss.
Funa, the freshman, stays home on a 3rd down play. How about that? We've been talking about true freshmen in skill positions. That time, back here on the backside, he does exactly what he's expected to do. You never know with Auburn. They've been having success between the tackles with the patience of Whitlow. They fake that. They come back the other way. And there's the freshman on the outside waiting for him. Great play.
On cue, Kirk, the defense makes a needed play. It's a program trying to get their swagger back on a national level. The bubble burst after the 2016 season. Fair catch signal. 3 different coaches in the last 3 years. They get rare chances to take their cuts at a big team out of conference. Now they have the lead entering the 4th quarter. All-State bus with Curtis piloting it here in Arlington. Mayhem on opening Saturday. What's your mayhem moment?
Boy, I thought it might be Boise State and Florida State, but the mayhem moment is Georgia State. They were 2-10 last year in the Sun Belt, taking on Tennessee, and about them going into Knoxville. Sean Elliott able to get a win, 38-30. They were driving the ball 9 plays, 10 plays. They were 26-point underdog. Great win there. Congratulations, Georgia State.
Now the Ducks get the football back. The offense has been stymied lately by Kevin Steele's defense. And it's a 1st down run. And Verdell knifes forward for just about 3.
Considering the way he came off about 2 or 3 series where he was noticeably in a lot of pain, looked like in his left shoulder. He has come back from that looking as if he's unfazed, still running hard. He's the bell cow. He's the guy, despite his size at 5'9", 210. He's got to carry the load. He's the go-to man for the Ducks in the backfield.
Maria reporting how gassed the Oregon defense looked lately. Offense could use a little march here. Take some pressure off the defense, but right away with the incompletion, it's going to be 3rd and long. Webb the intended target.
You know, with Schooler and the freshman Micah Pittman out, Cam McCormick out, they've had to rely on players like Johnny Johnson and Jalen Redd and Jacob Brayton and the tight end Juwan Johnson out. Who's going to step up here on this 3rd down for Herbert?
Will they come after Herbert? It's a 3rd down run and hard hit short of the 1st down. Downhill came K.J. Brett. And that Auburn defense is fired up.
Yeah, they're definitely playing with some confidence right now. A little bit surprised by the play call on 3rd down and long. They decide to just run the ball, go conservative, and K.J. Britt, Chris, as you said, coming in there. And what a great inside linebacker, kind of your typical Mike linebacker playing in between the tackles. Pretty physical.
3 plays, Kurt, takes just 45 seconds off the clock. And that Ducks defense, which talked about fatigue maybe setting in, right back on the field trying to protect this lead. And Mullen has a tremendous night running. That is another long driving kick, not that high, but the coverage is excellent. Can they tackle him though? Finally, at the 31-yard line. So 12:44 to play. Auburn chipping away. Back to work down 8.
Your girls have been with you through every moment of your life. And they're still with you right now. But how well do you know them?
You don't know what.
On an all-new season of Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
There's a storm coming.
Did you hear that? Someone's in the house.
All of our Dr. Pepper's gone.
You got the wrong fan. Are you seeing another grill?
Just a snack.
That's it. Go. These turnovers are killing us.
Your husband's gone.
For the season? I'm transferring to tech.
Dr. Pepper, the official drink of Fansville. About time you showed up.
See? Romance isn't dead.
But it is here.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
Don't hate like their trip. Book yours with Hotels.com and get rewarded basically everywhere.
Why are you here?
Why are you here?
Why are either of you here?
Hotels.com. Be there, do that, get rewarded.
You gonna make me turn back, way back to the oldest me. Guarantee that you notice me. You don't want my soul to sleep. You gonna make me turn back, way back to the oldest me. Guarantee that you notice me.
Your girls have been with you through every moment of your life. And they're still with you right now. But how well do you know them?
You don't know what.
Pacific Life game summary. This quarterback comparison, you got a veteran and a rookie. Herbert Wade, one of the top quarterbacks in the country, passed in the draft to come back. He's been efficient throwing, does have a fumble. You do have a born duck and a born Dean Whitlow again on first down, who tries to spin, and this time he's going to be swarmed and eventually tackled by a whole bunch of white jerseys for a loss. Lamar Winston got there quick.
He sure did. He did a good job of holding on at the edge of this defense and allowed the rest of the defense to rally. He's up here. Watch him keep his outside arm free. Right there. See that? Now it allows the rest of this defense to get there. He had a great effort to get back up. Also saw the corner Thomas Graham helping out.
Nick's 3 for his last 12 for just 7 yards. Does have a touchdown pass. Hasn't yet completed a pass on third down tonight. And they make it third and reasonable. From the pocket. Lost it. Nice pitch and catch. It's Canella out near midfield.
Well, they lost him again. We saw a wheel route earlier. This time he's right here. He's going to work his way down. And watch how Dye kind of half-heartedly looks like he might. Now he recognizes it late, turns to run to get him, and he's too late.
Whitlow bangs for a short gain. Canelo, a guy who's a converted tight end, rarely targeted, but they're looking for options tonight, guys who can get a matchup.
Yeah, and let's remember, Gus Malzahn has not called the plays for the last 3 or 4 years. He's back to calling plays, saving a few wrinkles for this last quarter, and showing some things he really hasn't shown much of. Did a good job that time of hiding Canella, the big 6'5 senior, until he went out on the wheel route.
Swinogo, the excellent left tackle, the senior from Nigeria, I believe is the player on the Oregon sideline. And Stove, the receiver,
I saw him
scored the touchdown. He limped off as well. Wear and tear bound to be a factor in the fourth quarter of an opening game, especially a game played at this intensity, this speed. Nogo, a guy, it's a tremendous story. He came from Nigeria to play high school basketball and earned a scholarship in that sport. Went out and said, this football stuff, I'm going to put my Air Jordans out and go try to play some football. The talent was obvious. He came over, he lived with high school basketball coach and his wife, and grew into a pretty darn good left tackle.
Good to see the trainer on the right nodding his head to the coaches. He's going to be all right. He's going to be all right. Hopefully he'll just be out for a play or two and get back out there. They desperately need his leadership and talent this late in the game, down 8.
Here's Bo Nix. Rough stats in some respects. He's made some mistakes, but he is a winner. And he's got a chance to march the Tigers to perhaps a tie ball game if they can reach the end zone and get a 2-point conversion. Whitlow breaks free. High stepping his way into the red zone.
Well, watch Driscoll right here, the right tackle. Seal, tight end does a kick out, and they open a nice hole this time for Whitlock. Patience, vision, bounces it to the right, picks up big yards.
They fake it to him on first down with tempo, and the catch is made by Matthew Hill. Bounced off one tackle and then dragged down after a very short gain. Oregon defense really has to dig in now. You said they were gassed, and the Auburn tempo got them in the red zone last time. Slow things down a little bit right here. 2nd and 9. Movie bangs ahead down inside the 10. He's near the marker. Will be spotted just short for a 3rd down.
Boy, he is running with such confidence. Caleb Kim, the center, nice job of getting a push there. And these linemen now are starting to consistently get up to the second level to the linebackers who early in this game were fighting downhill. And right now, they're not quite as sure or as confident. It's letting those linemen get up to that second level, pick up some big blocks.
Platoon subs for Oregon. They run into about 4 fresh bodies. Whitlow the back on 3rd and short. Actually, he's a Wildcat quarterback trying to get the edge. And he'll be knocked down short of the goal line by Graham, and it's 1st and goal.
I tell you, the more I'm watching him tonight, the more I'm really starting to fall in love with his running style. Oh, man, hate to see him go down. He has had such a great second half. He was trying to extend himself away from Graham, trying to get to the pylon, and it was Graham 4 locked up on his feet as he tried to get to that end zone. The progressive pylon cam giving you a look.
So Whitlow being looked at. The football will be spotted down at the 1.
Introducing the entirely redesigned 2019 Acura RDX. It's everything we ever imagined, and then some.
Yeah, that's my.
This is our stage. The UFC on ESPN Plus.
I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, no, never.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go.
Mets, Phillies, Sunday Night Baseball, tomorrow on ESPN.
UFC 242. Fight on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
Introducing a razor that works differently. The Gillette Skin Guard, designed with a guard between the blades that helps protect skin. It guards against razor burn on the neck and irritation on the face. Get the shave you've been waiting for. Gillette Skin Guard.
Saturday Night Football on ABC is presented by Wells Fargo. This is a commitment to better banking. This is Wells Fargo. And in part by Pacific Life, 150 years strong. Protection and retirement solutions for your future.
Whitlow kind of slowly trudged to the sidelines, his arm around one of the athletic trainers. That last run took him over 100 yards for the 4th time in his career. He tried to come out the previous plays. He just tuckered out, I think.
Yeah, he needs get some oxygen and catch his breath.
Joey Gatewood, the redshirt freshman, and the Tigers get within 2.
It's a nice job for Joey Gatewood. Comes in, 6'5", we're down at the 1-yard line. Try to extend yourself over the goal line. One play, break the plane, touchdown for Auburn.
You hold the ball out like that, you better break the plane first. He's a guy with 4.5 speed, but also long arms, powerful body and shoulder injury. A lot of last year kept him from being a mop-up more frequently, and now Tigers down 21-6. Just about 10 minutes to go on the clock.
Gus Malzahn is out of the field. He's out to the numbers. Him and a couple coaches. The play clock, Gus Malzahn trying to get it reset, which they've done.
2-point conversion for the tie. Nick's back at quarterback. Shivers is the back. And was there a flinch up front?
Wanozo, the left tackle.
Let's see if that changes the thinking or if he's still going to try to go for the 2-point conversion out here. From the 8, he is steaming. It's a 69-yard drive in 8 plays, less than 3 minutes. And instead of potential game-tying 2-point conversion, they're going to send out the kicker.
He's frustrated with those linemen.
Auburn, by the way, trying to convert a PAT for the 276th consecutive time. They're chasing the FBS record held by Florida State. It's a high snap, and a good job getting it down by Sage Ledbetter, the holder. And Auburn back within 1, 9:48 to play.
Greatness isn't built on talent alone. It requires hard work, consistency, and dedication.
It's why Ford F-Series has been America's best-selling truck for more than 40 years. And it's why we work to deliver an exceptional experience, one customer at a time. This month, get an estimated 20% savings on the 2019 F-150 XLT Super Crew and earn complimentary maintenance through Ford Pass Rewards. Born Dayton proud, built Ford proud. Germain Ford of Beaver Creek.
Are you ready for all the football, all the time, in a season that never ends? Well, these 6 planes are ready. This grandpa's ready. The fans are ready. The teams are ready. Are you ready?
Find your next new or pre-owned vehicle at Germain Ford of BeaverCreek.com. Whether you need an SUV for the whole family or a truck to get the job done, our mission is to deliver an exceptional experience, one customer at a time, with a 72-hour satisfaction guarantee, mobile maintenance to save you time, and more. This month, get an estimated 20% savings on your favorite Ford models and earn complimentary maintenance through Ford Pass Rewards. So check us out. We're only minutes away with an experience miles above. Germain Ford of Beaver Creek.
They had momentum. They're going to go for 2 in the tie. Gus is a little steamed. Who was that on the false start? He got his answer.
Well, no, go ahead and say, me? Here's the thing. He knows he blew an opportunity, or the group blew an opportunity. Chance to go for 2, the tie. He did no hesitation. He knew exactly the play that he wanted. Ball on the left hash, trips to the right, knew exactly, and then they jump. And instead of potentially having it 21-21, they have to settle for the extra point, and that's why he was somewhat animated there with the offensive lineman.
Good news for the Tigers. Their defense has been stout. Oregon held to 4 first downs in the second half, and now Justin Herbert, minus all those talented receivers, is going to have to find a way, Kirk, to make some plays, occupy some clock, add points if he can, but rest that defense. But next Saturday, college game day at Bill the Home Depot, heading to Austin, Texas. They set up the Bayou Bengals and the Longhorns. Always a fun place to be, Austin, Texas.
Yeah, be a great time.
Make sure you focus on the job at hand and not on the festivities out and about, because you can do that. Yeah, or one can do that, I should say.
I guess a certain individual could do that, I guess. We've got a great
We've had some times in Austin over the years.
It's been awesome. Great doubleheader on ABC with Clemson and A&M, 3:30, and leading to that game. Prime time next week.
Riddell is the back. This is a really urgent situation. Herbert had 3 receivers bunch to the right, and he flips it short to Jalen Red. There's not much after the catch these days. Dinson was there for the stop.
Yeah, they're flying around right now, doing a very good job of taking away any potential yards Red or any of the receivers that were coming up with in the first half.
Got 4 on first down.
Playing a little more downhill as a defense.
They're not backing off on the tempo. Gets out quickly. Red again in space, and they will make a first down out near the 40.
Well, that time he had some people out in front of him. Sewell, the left tackle, got out there. The tight end, Breland, again, ball out quickly. Soft coverage allowed him to be able to have some space. Then with those 2 linemen out in front, Nice job. That's one way to get yards after the catch. Have a couple of the big guys out front.
And there's some movement along the line. Jake Hansen, the center.
Offense, number 75. 5-yard penalty. It's first down.
They said 75. It's Dallas Warmack, the Alabama transfer, brother of Chance. Yeah, there's a slight flinch.
Yeah.
Hansen snapped the ball quickly and turned to his left, and nobody really moved.
Mario Cristobal and his staff in an interesting position calling plays. They've come out pretty aggressive, getting the ball out quickly. Remember, the 1-point lead. You don't want to get too conservative. You also don't want to turn the ball over.
And there's a throw to Red. Gets a block in space. And they will chase him down. He's tackled out near the marker at the 46. So a nice gain on 1st and 15, and 30 has been busy out there.
Dallas Warmack out down with an entry. This play was really well designed here, Chris. They show screen to the left. In fact, you have linemen. Watch the left side of the offensive lineman showing that they're going to go to a screen to the left. Back goes that way. You get the defense all going over here, and then you end up coming back the other way. Well-designed play to hit that crease in the Auburn defense.
We're looking at Warmack. We'll take a timeout. 8:16 to play.
Pump up the crunch with Ruffles Double Crunch.
Let's go! Let's go! I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, no, never.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go.
As your life grows, so do your needs. And with Bank of America and Merrill, the benefits you get can grow too. As a preferred rewards member, you can enjoy priority service and exclusive discounts, so your growing life can be more rewarding too. What would you like the power to do?
UFC 242. Buy it on ESPNplus.com/PPV. UFC 242. Buy it on ESPNplus.com/PPV.
This is our stage. The UFC on ESPN Plus.
Second and 1. All three plays on this drive. Receptions by Jalen Red. And try to run it for a first down. Verdell, boy, he has just taken some shots tonight, but he only knows one way, straight ahead downhill, huh?
He runs downhill, yeah. Second and short. Not much room for him to work through. You know who he ran through? Derek Brown. Derek Brown. The top interior defensive lineman and one of the top in the entire country. He got off of the lineman, and he was there, but Verdell was coming at him so quickly and so low, he couldn't bring it down.
Dude, he's 5'9", 210. He is just running with no fear in among the big boys. They fake it to him. Herbert now will tuck it, and he'll have to scramble back. No gain. Nick Coe, we've not called his name a lot, the versatile defensive lineman who moves all over the place.
Yeah, he is one of the better pass rushers you'll see in the SEC. Coe got the sack or got the pressure, but Christian Tutt made the play coverage. Once again, Auburn coverage, forcing Herbert to hold on to the football and then allowing the defensive lineman, in this case, Coe, to get home.
Second and 10. Verdell looks over the middle. And again, they target an underneath receiver, Johnny Johnson, sure-handed. Davis tackles him. It'll be 3rd and 5 now at the 45.
With Oregon, they're just trying to eat clock, try to move the ball. At the very least, they're flipping the field here. If they're not able to get this first down, they're able to try to pin Auburn back.
See if they use a lot of the play clock. They can take it down about 6:20. Get a first down. It would be huge for their cause. Short throw. Catch made. Freeland knocked out. It will be near the marker. Jamian Sherwood made a nice play. Going to put the ball right down at the 40 as Herbert took a shot to the knee and is still on the field. The spot is crucial here. They're marking it 4th down, Kirk, but the quarterback, bigger concern at the moment. Here's what happened.
Oppo, the
throw.
The freshman linebacker looked like knee to knee. And it wasn't necessarily a late hit. I think running towards him, I think both their knees collided.
Well, that would be good news at least. It's painful. You got the kneecap to kneecap, but may not have created a serious problem. Get a decision now for Cristobal. Well, they're going to take a look here at this is the line to make Cam. Where is the football?
Oh, no,
he
that's
did
short.
not make it.
That is short. That is a great view, by the way.
Beamer pays the price. Gives us the nice shot. So what do you think? I mean, it's been power football. Cristobal has leaned on his offensive line, but the Auburn defense has come up big here. They need about a football length.
I have to go back to Mario Cristobal, what he's tried to instill since he's been named head coach. A certain toughness. Toughness. That's all he's talked about. And trying to bring that back. What Chip Kelly really started has faded away when he was gone. But trying to bring that back. So I would say you go, if it's 4th and a half a yard, you're up 1, go for it.
Does it make a difference if Herbert has to come out of the game? Tyler Shuck is the redshirt freshman. He played a few games as a mop-up quarterback last year, was able to preserve the redshirt season. Have to look at the knee-to-knee contact.
Yeah, just
that
right
knee.
That's one of those. That hurts. I mean, that's not necessarily one of those that you're concerned about him and being able to play again. It's more of just enduring the pain.
Does it influence the play decision here, though? Do you put in a quarterback with no experience?
Absolutely. I mean, if your entire message of your program is win, attitude, toughness. I mean, and here the game's on the line. It's 4th and a half a yard. You got number 7 back there who's had a great night. You got an offensive line that's had some confidence, being able to win at the line of scrimmage. I think you go completely against your entire philosophy as a program if you didn't go for this.
Herbert actually wanted to come back in the game. He's going to have to sit the play out. Not allowed to come back in because they attended to him. So it is Shuck. Assuming they do run the play, trying to move it about a foot and prolong the drive and get closer to the Auburn goal line and choose some more clock. And Mario Cristobal can give a pep talk to the offensive line as well as anybody on the planet.
Play clock's at 8.
They're
definitely going to call a timeout.
Yeah, they're going to have to spend a timeout here. He's right next to the official. They'll take it all the way down, burn as much clock as they can. You do not want to rush this play with a brand new quarterback in. No, but I love it, Kirk, that we talked about, and the entire country has been talking about the Oregon offensive line and those 153 combined starts. That's the most in FBS in 8 years against this Auburn defensive front with their NFL prospects, and it has so often come down to that, and here it is again.
And here it is with basically, you don't want to see the complete game on the line, but a pivotal point with 5:34 to go, 4th and a half yard. Oregon's won their battles tonight in that matchup. Auburn has won some battles here in the second half, and I just think he doesn't have much of a choice here. He has to go for this, even with his starting quarterback taking a play off here.
Knockdown, drag out.
No, Herbert
Cristobal told his team.
In the timeout, Herbert's allowed to come back into the game.
No, that's true. He can't come back in, so Excellent use of a timeout. And now you've got the experienced quarterback in there. Oh, or is he? Officials are saying, let's talk to Dave Qatar, rules expert, because Oregon thought by taking the timeout they could bring him in, Dave.
No, they cannot. On an injury, there has to be a play in between. Okay, even with the timeout. You cannot buy a player back in. That's the rule. Okay. You can buy a player back in on a timeout if he loses his helmet, but not for an injury. So they assumed that they could get him back out there, but now they have to call another timeout. It's a big play. It's a big play. It certainly is.
Well,
all right,
suspense is building.
All right, Chuck.
What do you call?
Where's 7 lined up? So that's all I want to know. I'm going to trust my left side of my offensive line. No, you can't go.
Justice at what?
You ask me what I would do. I'd go to the left side of the offensive line, challenge them, tell them you're seniors, this is what it's all about. I'd hand it off to number 7 and see if it's good against good and if it's good enough. Left side.
He lines up deep behind Shuck. He's got it. He gets slammed down. A tackle for loss. The Tigers make a stand to get the football back. Truesdale and McLean.
So I thought they'd run left because that's the strength. Guess who else thought they might run left? Kevin Steele. They slanted into the boundary. They slant this way towards that left side, take away any cutback angle at all. So understand the call. It's the right call by Oregon, especially with your starting quarterback at. You go to the good, you go to the left side, you go to your back. But Kevin Steele, one step ahead, slant and angles back that way. It takes the back away. Good call by Kevin Steele, the defense.
It was a very obvious call. Carolina tried to go strength on strength and lost that battle. Now, Tigers take over down 1, 5.5 to play. Whitlow has gotten the breather and he's back in. And he's got the football. And he is pounded at the line of scrimmage, just knocked backward. Austin Faliu.
Also, we saw the veteran Winston get in there, pushing them back. His patience has helped him. But on that one, slowed him down enough for Oregon to get after him. Remember, if you just tune into this game, Bo Nix, a kid that grew up watching his dad, or not watching his dad, watching Cam Newton, dreaming of playing for Auburn as a true freshman. How about this for his first game?
Really have to make a play with his arm. 2nd and 10. It's play action. Steps up, scrambling around. Just running out of room and time and launches it into the bench. You had to have the big eyes there. Javon Holland came on the blitz and pressured him 3rd and long.
But they took the wheel route away. Canella, 80, they've hit that a few times. This time, it's covered. Here he is, they slide him down, but look at Dime, right there where he needs to be. Sees him the entire time. You're not getting me this time. Good coverage. He had nothing to do but try to buy some time and get out of the way from trouble.
Now, if the debutant make a play on 3rd and 10. Straight back. Picked up the pressure, fired high and over the head of Seth Williams. They heated up the pocket just enough. 4th and 10.
Did a good job again, showing blitz from the left, ends up after the snap, coming from the right, made him unsettled, uncomfortable. Could have very easily waited and kind of given that play a little bit more of a chance, but because of the way those white jerseys are flashing in front of his face, he got uncomfortable, started to panic, and had to get out of there and throws it away.
You know what hasn't been done at Auburn since 46? Is making your debut and your opener as a true freshman quarterback at this level is really, really difficult. We're seeing that. This kid is as talented a freshman as you could possibly have.
It came like this.
Yeah, really hard. And a fair catch made at the 18. So the Oregon defense really does its job after the Tigers stepped up big. 4.5 to play, and Herbert will go back to work trying to chew on some clock. Well, stay tuned after this frantic finish. Except for the West Coast, your late local news, most of these ABC stations, and of course, SportsCenter over on ESPN will have highlights of a busy opening Saturday in college football. Scott Van Pelt, Tua and the Tide debuted A couple of SEC teams, though, went down. Coco Gauff Naomi Osaka from the U.S. Open, the 15-year-old phenom, knocked out tonight by the defending champion.
Something to keep in mind, the timeouts, 4:31. Auburn, all three of their timeouts.
Well, that's the man they've gone to, Jalen Red, but the Tigers know that too, and Daniel Thomas was there to knock him down. Stays inbounds, picks up about 4. Figures to be a mix of high percentage throws and maybe C.J. Verdell run as they try to just, if nothing else, Kirk, improve field position. You snap it at 12 on the play clock and then get it to Red again. And he's going to be knocked down right near the marker, and they'll move it. It's a first down, Oregon.
I'm very surprised that at this point in the game, on early downs, that they're giving them that easy throw. I just feel that at this point, they've got to try to take that away. He's not giving a chance to get to him. The ball is out so quickly. It's an extension, basically, of their running game. Quick, easy throws with soft coverage. He's just finding the matchup that he wants. And if they're sitting off of him 7 or 8 yards, he's making the throw. Then he can try to do something after the catch.
9 catches for Red tonight. Verdell straight up the middle. That's the midsection. He picks up about 3 on first down, and this will take it under 3 minutes to go.
This is a battle of wills. And you're right, it's this side of the ball that everyone's talked about for the entire week. People anxious to see who would win this battle with Oregon's O-line against the Auburn D-line. And this side of the ball is going to probably go down to decide the outcome of the game.
Ducks not yet at 100 yards rushing, averaging about 3 yards a carry tonight. It's been tough sledding. Now Dye comes in for Verdell.
Auburn holding on to those 3 timeouts until maybe they give up another first down.
Herbert rolls on 2nd and 7. Pressure, escapes, but not for long. Sacked at the 24. Owen Papo, Tyrone Truesdell, and now they'll use a timeout.
Now they do a better job of taking away. Here's the cushion. The route is going to go to the outside, but watch how quickly Tut works around and takes away the outcut. That outcut's been there all day. This time, good job of accelerating, putting his foot in the ground, taking that option away for Herbert, and he had nowhere to go. He could throw it away or try to scramble. Surprised he didn't throw the ball away.
3rd time he's been sacked tonight. Just a ferocity. The Auburn defensive side after halftime. They are flying downhill. Took time away from Herbert that time, and now, what do you call on 3rd and 14? You'd love to not stop the clock with an incompletion.
I think you either go with one of those quick throws, high percentage throws, where they catch it and get tackled inbounds, or you just run the football. You want to force Auburn to have to use this 2nd timeout.
Jacob Breland, number 27, a senior, can often be a clutch receiver in this situation. Herbert is without 4 or 5 receivers they would like to have in this ballgame, all of them out injured. Dye is the back. Huge play. Time delivers. Caught by Dye out of the backfield. Nowhere to run. Papo, the freshman, stopped him. It's 4th down.
That's what you want if you're Oregon. Make Auburn use that 2nd timeout. Auburn rushed 3, dropped 8. Again, a little bit of a different look, something they've not shown a ton of tonight. So Auburn does what they need to do, getting Oregon off the field, and Oregon does what they wanted to do, try to make the Tigers use a few of these timeouts.
In Oregon, the opportunity to make a huge statement victory for their program, for the Pac-12 conference, just trying to hang on here. It's been Auburn pressing hard. And now the true freshman quarterback is going to get the football back and a chance to engineer a heroic drive in his debut. Mamone has been booming punts tonight all night. It's another long punt, not terribly high and not his best. We were there in Eugene when the place was coming unhinged a year ago and the Ducks had a chance for a win. They led Stanford by 17. The place was going crazy.
it looked like one of those nights. We've been there many times when you go to Eugene and take on Oregon. They were dominating the game. Stanford's ranked in the top 10. I think they were up at number 7, and then this happened.
Yeah, the high snap, it's the scoop and score, a shock play that completely turned momentum. The Ducks never fully recovered from that. Bryce Love got loose for a touchdown, but all they had to do was take a knee a couple of times, and Verdell had the ball punched out with a minute to go. The Cardinal eventually won it in overtime. Sorry, Ducks fans, for that nightmare flashback. And the defense make a stop this time from the 40. Next, near side, Seth Williams can't spin free. Remember that Anders Carlson has tremendous range as a field goal kicker. He tried 9 of them last year beyond 50. Only made 2, but he's capable.
If he 53, get him to 53, he's got a chance.
Next takes off. He's out near midfield. They don't need that many yards. You get a couple of first downs, they're in the range to at least try their luck with Carlson. Sophomore.
Whitlow refreshed and still very effective here in the second half with impatience between the tackles.
They're down. Nix has a lot of time. Lost the ball far side. It's incomplete. They wanted a flag on Graham, who was covering Canella. Didn't get it, and now here's the ball game. 4th down.
The ball's underthrown, and I thought the receiver did a nice job. Canella coming back, and boy, that's pretty physical. Graham grabbing onto the jersey, trying to work his way back to the football. I'm surprised they didn't call that one.
Oh, yeah, they grabbed him around the waist. Yeah. Has to be pass interference. Not a reviewable play, of course. And now Malzahn back calling the plays for the first time in 2.5 years. Has to make a big play call here. Here we go. Nix under center. Rolls out. Will he try to run it? Yes, dives! First down, Auburn. It's right at midfield. And they keep up alive.
They might take a look to see where his right knee went down and to see the spot of the ball. How about the kid? The kid that's wanted to be this quarterback his whole life in his first start. Game on the line, receivers covered. He's got to take off and run. He has 2 receivers out to the right. No 3. Nobody's open. Dives for that first down marker and looks like he gets it by about a half of a football. That's what they're going to look at right there.
Right there. Right. The knee's down. The ball just had to get to the 50. That's right where the yard line is. So is the ball across the 50? It's difficult from that angle. Right there is where the action will be stopped. Here's a better look. Knee down now.
He's got it.
And it looks like the spot was right on there.
Yep.
You got to do that in real time at full speed. That's actually a heck of a spot.
Sure is.
So now, if the call stands, first down at the 50, they only have to go about 15 yards to have a chance to feel comfortable, Kirk, perhaps 20, 25 yards.
Look at that. Nose to the ball. Look at Bo Nix. Look at Bo Nix taking control. This is what everybody wants to know. What did Bo Nix do to win the job? It's these little things like this. There's his father who played, of course, great quarterback here for the Auburn Tigers, coached in college, now a great high school coach. He's a coach's same page.
Does this feel eerily similar to the only other time these two teams have met? Except at the beginning of the season, at the end of the season.
Except the field goal was about 20 yards.
At that point, it was a 19-all game. Auburn was trying to drive for a game-winning field goal. Boobie does not want to run backwards, but Oregon traps him for a loss. Bryson Young, the stud backer, makes a play, and the clock is winding down. They have 1 timeout to spare.
I'm very surprised by that play call. Terrible effort over here on the right by Seth. The wide receiver, Seth Williams, 18. He just kind of let his guy come in and make the play that time. Bryson Young.
They spotted it back at the 50, so second and 10. Nix in traffic, delivers a strike. Stretching near the marker is Spencer Nye.
Gonna call timeout.
31 seconds. Not yet in comfortable field goal range. They could give it a whirl from 58. But Spencer Nye from Houston, back in his home state, the ex-walk-on fullback, makes his first touch of the night count. Or wrap-up show with Cassidy Hubbard after the game. This is just know it's not identical, but it is kind of spookily like Cam Newton, the veteran quarterback. Heisman season trying to get the Tigers down in position to kick a game-winning field goal.
You look at Carlson there, 6'5", 213. And Mike Black, who's your spotter and helps us out up here, does so much great work for us. A former kicker himself, really studies these kickers. And not only does he have a career long at 53, watching him in warm-up said he has the leg from 60 and in. So
he's got the bloodlines too. Remember Daniel Carlson, guy with the Raiders?
Yeah.
He holds the SEC all-time career scoring record. Top 5 in FBS history. So Andre's carrying on the family tradition. Let's see if he gets a chance here.
Remember, third down, no timeouts. Clock stops. If it's an incompletion, a first down, or you get out of bounds. No sacks. No sacks for Patrick Nix.
You're right. Any play where he's tackled in the field to play short of a first down, we had serious urgency for Auburn. Whitlow tries to bounce it. It is a first down, and he stopped the clock momentarily at the 38.
They fire the ball, kill the clock. Clock stops for the first down. Get the lineman up, fire right into the ground to kill the clock.
Indoor conditions, it's a nice carpet to kick off of, and you couldn't feel comfortable.
Please reset the clock to 26 seconds.
2 seconds back. Every second could count.
They're just going to kill this clock. Reset it, pump off, get the right play call.
You know you've got a kicker who's capable from here, but his percentage is not good beyond 50. They kept trying him early in the season. He was 2 for 9 beyond 50.
That's from 56 in pregame. I mean, this just gives you an idea. I know there isn't a rush, and you've got the automatic hold there, so it's easy, but just the leg strength of this young man. But Auburn's saying, let's get closer.
Yes.
Who said it?
So is Carlson. Next from the pocket's going to throw. Launches it near side. Incomplete. Trying to make a back shoulder throw to Seth Williams. They trusted the quarterback to throw it downfield, Kirk.
Sure did. And I don't blame Gus for trusting him based on just watching him play. And I'm sure the things he's seen throughout the spring and the summer. Look at his eyes. I mean, he doesn't look like a deer in the headlights. He looks like he's in his element. Just a matter of making the throw and somebody coming up here.
Then third down, 10, and no timeouts. Ducks come after him. Nix gets it out. Caught! Williams out of bounds with 16 seconds, and now they are in field goal range. Poise.
He's in rhythm. One hitch. Ball is out. Throws it exactly where it needs to be, towards the sideline. Williams able to get away, get separation from the defender.
Now they can play a little safer, but they're not going to. Nix is back, throws it downfield, caught, touchdown, Williams! And the legend of this legacy quarterback at Auburn is born in his college debut. A touchdown pass with 9 seconds to play.
I wonder,
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct for spiking the ball. Offense, number 18. That's his first. That 15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff. We'll attempt to try.
A 26-yard touchdown pass. Auburn leads for the first time tonight. They were down 15 late third quarter.
you think old Bo Nix, when he was laying in his bed as a 10 or 11-year-old dreaming of being a quarterback at Auburn, ever thought that his first start would potentially be like this?
And Carlson had to have his mind wrapped around a game-winning field goal attempt from long distances instead on for a PAT. And Oregon, in an opportunity for a huge statement win, may taste heartbreak again.
Wait, go go back to the matchup. You just said now they can go conservative. Gus Malzahn said, nope, I trust my freshman. Underthrows it. And Seth Williams does a good job of coming back to the ball. By the way, he's kind of slow playing it. Gets in front of the safety. He has a big catch radius at 6'3". He's a big guy at 245 pounds. But the ball being underthrown allowed him to come back and undercut McQuarrie. That's why, or actually, that wasn't McQuarrie. Actually, gets behind. McKinley gets behind Graham. Does a good job getting behind in front of McKinley and up in the air. But his big body, the ball being underthrown, and Auburn scores the go-ahead score with 9 seconds. I'm with you. You're thinking, all right, get it in the middle of the field, try to spot the ball.
Dead center, Patrick Nix, a quarterback in the 90s, coached his son Bowen High School, and knows that his kid has dreamt about this forever. Gus pretty calm, like he knew the kid was going to respond, and he trusted him. That's just incredible. I mean, he made a couple ill-advised throws early in the game, bad-looking freshman mistakes, but grew up fast in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, he had so many moments tonight that it's obvious. What did you say, 46?
Yep.
Last time a true freshman for Auburn started. Doesn't happen very often. You're going to make a lot of mistakes, but he's just stayed in there, battled, and fought, and he's given Auburn a chance to win this game.
Williams spiked the ball, cost him 15, so they have to kick off from the 20. Special teams has been a real problem. You'd think it's unlikely they're going to give the Ducks a chance to return a ball deep, right? You know, they kind of scooted along the ground. Oregon out of timeouts. And starting straight up the field and making a dangerous return and still running and tackled down to the 35 with 3 seconds to go. Ducks are going to have a shot at the end zone. Davis nearly broke it.
And now you're thinking, I'm looking at the score, right? Why didn't they go for 2, right? Why would they go for 2 to give them potentially up by a touchdown? Now you give Justin Herbert a chance to have a shot at the end zone.
And you just wonder in a game like this, you knew the losing team was going to have about points left on the board, but the drop touchdown pass by Addison, the missed chip shot, those 3 points are pretty precious right now.
I'm still going back to why would you go for 2? What's the difference between being up by 5 or 6? Or there's no difference. I'd rather be up by 7. What if he ends up hitting this Hail Mary?
So, can the veteran senior answer the heroics of the freshman on the final play? 0-0 on the clock. Herbert looking for a receiver. Launches over the end zone and Auburn survives. A comeback victory. A game-winning touchdown pass with 9 seconds to go in Bo Nix's college debut. And Auburn's defense stepped up huge and gave their offense a chance to get back in this game. Wow! A chance to exhale and hear from Gus Malzahn with Maria Taylor.
All right, Coach, 9 seconds left on the clock, and you call the play that allows your freshman quarterback to throw a touchdown strike. Why did you have the confidence in him?
We didn't play our best. You got to give them credit. They're a really good team. Came out with a hot start. We turned the ball over. We didn't play our best, but we found a way to win. Real proud of this group. And I think you'll see that team win a whole lot of games, and I think they're one of the best teams in the country.
What kind of resilience was required with this team today?
We got a lot of character, we got a lot of guts, a lot of leadership. Halftime, it was kind of tough, but the guys just believed we were going to win the game. Our defense came up big, and of course our offense, we struggled a little bit when it mattered. Seth Williams made the play to win the game.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Gus gloomier than I thought he was going to be. That's a thrilling victory. He was pointing to the things they could have done better and giving credit to Oregon, but Nix makes the big play at the end of really a total team effort after a rugged first half for Auburn.
Yeah, Auburn did what they needed to do defensively to give Nix and the offense a chance to win the game. This is the kind of win that can really springboard you into some momentum as you get ready for the rest of the season. For Oregon, back to the drawing board.
Oh, the Tigers have a meat grinder schedule ahead, but tonight they win it with 9 seconds to go. Fresno State USC over on ESPN. Time for the quarter wrap-up. Let's go to Cassidy Hubbard.